Hey guys, I'm back with another part to my junk food art journal. Okay, so like I said, this is some more of that board, different pieces from things that I cut out from where I cut out the border to put the stuff in here when they were too big. So left off on Spotty Dotty. I love Spotty Dotty. Yeah, I had this sticker just like this when I had it on like a little notebook that I kept to keep myself organized when I was in school. And yeah, I love Spotty Dotty. This is a character from Candy Crush. And I was stuck on this level for so long, so I just drew that giraffe with the candy necklace neck. The Corpse Bride, I love that movie, and I drew The Corpse Bride, and I can't remember what that guy's name is. Another one of my vase head people that I drew, this is the Bride of Frankenstein, and I drew her like this glamorous dress and shoes, and she's coming down off this like really cool staircase. Yeah, it's like, I think it's supposed to be like a steampunk staircase. I looked up steampunk. Some more where I cut out to make pictures fit down in here. I cut off that and I just glued it in here. The Killer Tomato, I love that movie. That is cool if you haven't seen Attack of the Killer Tomato. And yeah, this word was tomato, so I drew that. This is a werewolf, and yeah, I think that's cool. This was supposed to be roof deck or something like that. So I just drew like couches on a roof with a pool. What is that? Rooftop. Okay, so I drew like a pool, one of those like floating pools, and some couches and a table. Okay, some more where I cut down things to fit in here, so I just glued that in there. No, another one of my vase head people that I drew. This is like a werewolf girl, and I drew her in like a creepy woods. Yeah, I colored the ground like a gray color. And yeah, I loved how this turned out. I made them look like modern, what a modern person would wear. This is a cliff. This is supposed to be coast. There's some more where I cut these pieces down to put in here. This is coast, and I drew a shoreline. Jack and Jill for hill. Compass. I drew this like compass thing, and yeah, I colored it in with like glittery gel pens. For build, I drew a Lego man, and yeah, I like Legos. I like that new show about Lego Master. If you guys have not seen that, it's really cool. These teams compete to see who can build the best like model Lego piece each week, and it's a really good show. It's on Fox. And another vase head person that I drew a lady creature of the Black Lagoon. I drew a bow in her hair, and I made her this cool like swimsuit dress, and I drew scales and stuff, and I colored in her eyes pink. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Okay, some more like things from sketchbook pieces that that I had from a sketchbook that fell apart, so I just put them in here. This is shower, and I drew bloody hands on a shower curtain. Pig, I drew Ham from Toy Story. Milk, I drew an old-timey milk bottle. For Kiss, I drew Barbie and Ken kissing. Okay, and this is Daria's principal, Miss Lee, and this is one of her alter egos. And yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing, coloring in these like pieces black and white and like shades of gray. It was really fun. Okay, and her like wings and stuff is like silver, a silver gel pen. Okay, and sorry if my hand's shaking. Yeah, I have arthritis, so it's a little hard to hold this phone. For hug, I drew Eeyore and Tigger hugging. For hotel, I drew Jack from The Shining breaking through the door. For arch, I drew this arch. For first, I drew the Count from Sesame Street. Another one of Daria's alter egos. This is where Daria has a tattoo of her boyfriend at that time. And yeah, had fun drawing that. I'm not too good at like drawing little tiny things, but I did an okay job at that. This is supposed to be stamp, and I drew a Canadian stamp that I found a picture of online. I drew Pooh. I just drew Pooh because I like Pooh. Yeah, I don't like that Pooh. I like Winnie the Pooh. For pie, I drew a pumpkin pie. And I found this picture online of Belle as a zombie. So I drew it and put it in here. This is Sandy. Yeah, I know. She has the same name as me. From Daria. And this is her alter ego. Her like balloon head. I had fun drawing that because I loved seeing that on the show, and I had fun drawing Sandy with the balloon head. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Eagle. For eagle, I just drew an eagle. For charm, I drew that thing that Hermione had, the time turner thing in Harry Potter. Lipstick, I drew a vampire with blood dripping from his lips. Bracelet, I drew a charm bracelet. And this is Jane as a Sphinx. And yeah, I had fun drawing it. For statue, I drew Medusa. And she's got the snakes coming out of her head. For balloon, drew some balloons. This one was Chase. I drew the ghost face from Scream chasing Shaggy and Velma and Scooby. And some more things where I cut down pages and I just glued them in there. Another alter ego of Mrs. Lee. And she is in a police lineup. Or taking like a mug shot. Yeah, I had fun drawing that. It was fun to draw things like that. For Flow, I drew a waterfall. For Zoom, I drew Speedy Gonzales. For Grow, I drew a mandrake from Harry Potter. I had so much fun drawing that mandrake. I had never drew a mandrake before, and yeah, it was so fun. Eeyore, I love Eeyore. Yeah, me and Eeyore have a lot in common. Sometimes I feel just like that. So, yeah. For Ribbon, I drew Eeyore with his ribbon tail. This is an alter ego of Sandy from Daria. And she is dressed like Steven Tyler. And, yeah, I loved Aerosmith as a teen. I was, like, so into Aerosmith. I watched all the music videos. So, yeah, I had fun drawing that. Okay. There's Nemo from Finding Nemo. I had fun drawing that. And Lamb Chop. For Lamb, I drew Lamb Chop. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch that as a kid. For Shoot, I drew the little dog that pops up in the Duck Hunt game. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but did you ever just like want to shoot that stupid dog when it popped up and laughed at you for missing the ducks? Yeah, I still have that game. I have one of those game systems where all the Nintendo games are like into one. And yeah, I still love playing that game, but I hate that dog. It's like, ugh. For Rocket, I drew the rocket ship crane machine from Toy Story, and I drew all the like the little alien guys in there. Yeah, this is another alter ego for Daria, and she is advertising headache powders. Yeah, and yeah, I had fun drawing the little guy there. And yeah, I love drawing Daria. Yeah, Daria is my favorite thing, favorite character to draw. Runway, I drew Barbie. Forgive, I drew Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and she's giving him his angry eyes. For Island, I drew the statues of Easter Island. For Radio, I drew an old-timey radio. And this is all Brittany and Kevin's alter ego. And Brittany's the football player and Kevin's the cheerleader. And I love drawing the stubble and stuff on his legs. It was just like really fun. Yeah, I'm not a sports person, but I just I had so much fun drawing that. Okay, let me see if I can turn this page. Okay, we have for Feather. For Feather, I drew this peacock feather. For France, I drew an Eiffel Tower. For Planet, I drew Captain Planet. And for Ghost, I drew all these like different ghosts. I had so much fun. I love drawing things like that I don't draw all the time. This is Upchuck and his alter ego, and he was a pencil. And yeah, that was fun drawing that pencil. I mean, I know I'm saying I had a lot of fun drawing this a lot, but yeah, that was so much fun drawing the pencil with his head as the topper, because I'd wanted to draw that for so long. So yeah, I had so much fun. And there's going to be some haters that say, why are you so fun all the time? But whatever. Unicorn, for Unicorn, I drew sorry, I drew this unicorn that I seen online, and that was so cool. For Fairground, I drew the connected twins from American Horror Story Freak Show. And yeah, that was one of my favorite seasons of American Horror Story. If you guys have not seen that, it's on Netflix. And for Cold, I drew this Garbage Pail Kid and the Ice Cube. And she's got like icicles and stuff. For Frog, I drew Kermit the Frog. And this is one of Trent's alter egos as a chimney sweep. And yeah, it's just really cool drawing things that you've never drawn before. And, you know, building your talent of drawing. Just drawing things you never drawn before. For Love, I drew these zombies, and the zombie woman is eating his arm. And some more scraps from things that I cut, the pictures where I cut them off to put them in here. These are the scrap pieces from them. And there's my ghosts again. So, yeah. And this is Jane. Jane and one of her alter egos is a rapper. And yeah, I liked drawing the Converse shoes. And yeah, so cool. I love Jane. This is like a jumble of all sorts of different things. This is from when I ate a Cadbury caramel egg. I don't like the regular Cadbury eggs, but I love the caramel ones. And these are some scraps from, this is where I was testing out a lot of crayons and color pencils and markers and stuff. Some more pieces from that envelope that I got from Geico. And some little scraps from magazines. Yeah, I think this is Tiffany. And this is her alter ego as a mother of all these babies. And yeah, it's cool. It was like really cool and interesting, like drawing all the different babies. And yeah. And yeah, I know, I think my cousin probably feels like this a lot. She has a lot of kids, and yeah, so she probably feels like that some days. And I guess a lot of mothers feel that way. This is a picture that I drew, and it was on like just a sketch pad, and it fell off the sketch pad, so I put it in here. It's for guarded, and we have a British guard protecting the TARDIS from Doctor Who. And yeah, I never drew the TARDIS before, so I enjoy drawing that. This is Daria's sister, Quinn, and she's a skeleton. And yeah, I've never drew very many skeletons, but yeah, that was cool and fun to do that. Okay, so this is a page from my Care Bear calendar, and that's Grumpy Bear. And yeah, I put him in there. And this picture is of one of Daria's teachers, Mr. DiMartino. And yeah, we have rose petals covering his parts. But yeah, that was just like hilarious drawing that. And he has the rose in his teeth. And yeah, it was just so much fun. I never drew anything like that, so yeah. This is for clock, and I drew a steampunk woman standing next to a grandfather clock. And yeah, I love drawing steampunk clothes and stuff, and I love steampunk stuff in real life. Yeah, I'd like to have a lot of steampunk stuff, but it's like really expensive. This is the Fashion Club, Quinn and her friends, and they're dressed like, this is cool. It was cool to draw the black and white, and I added touches of gold and gray to this picture. Okay. And this is a vampire that I drew. Let's see, what was the word? I don't remember what the word was. But, yeah, I drew this vampire. And, yeah, I seen this picture online, and I was like, I must draw that vampire. He's, like, so cool. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of Vlad from, if you play The Sims 4. And he's got like the tiny little waist. This is Trent as Peter Pan. This is Angular. I drew a Angular haircut. And yeah, it's all in pink. And I love pink. So yeah. This is Prompt 5 Inktober. And it was balloon. So I drew this alien girl in her like alien chair being lifted off the ground by all these balloons. And as you can see, these gel pens were really glittery and stuff. I got these at Dollar Tree. And yeah, it's like really cool. I've got into drawing a lot of aliens. And yeah, so it was really cool and fun to do that. I'm trying to do all the Inktober 52 drawings. This is some washi tape from the Dollar Tree of like little, they're like retro stuff. And this is swollen. I drew a girl with the mumps and her cheeks are swollen. This is another alter ego for Jane. She is dressed like David Bowie. Let's see. This is washi tape that I got at the Dollar Tree. It's sort of spacey, and it's got like diamonds and stars. And this is bottles, so I drew the bottle from I Dream a Genie. And this is another character, Andrea from Daria, and she's dressed like a bee. And yeah, that was so cool to draw that because I never drew anything like that before, and I was like so proud that it turned out really good. And here's another page from my Care Bear coloring book. Not coloring book. What am I thinking? Calendar. And I just stuck it in there because I wanted to save the pages because I love the pictures on the calendar. And this is, what was her name? Oh, crap. I can't remember her name from Daria, but she was one of Daria's friends. And she is in like a Leonardo da Vinci painting. This is the latest Doctor Who, and I found that picture in a magazine, so I decided I would glue that in there. I need to catch up on Doctor Who. I haven't caught up on that in a long time. Some more scraps of just where I trimmed down pictures to fit in here, and I just glued them in here. This is, what is her name? I can't remember what her name is. She's a character on Daria, but she's dressed up, like, I can't remember the name of the guy she's dressed up like. But, yeah, I really enjoyed drawing that, and I made her guitar real glittery and stuff. And those were gel pens from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, they're really cool. This was a picture that I found in a magazine, and I just really liked it. I think it's from the Hunger Games. And yeah, I just love that picture. I love that guy. He's like slow, like creepy looking. So, you know. This is one of Trent's friends on Daria. And sorry if you hear dinging. When somebody makes a video, it dings on my computer. So, yeah. And he's dressed up like Gallagher. And he's smashing a watermelon. Yeah, this came out of Entertainment Weekly. This picture, and it's like got all these like little different characters from movies, like romantic movies. And yeah, I love that. It was sort of like a Where's Waldo thing. And here's some more, like, this is where I cut off one of the pictures to put in here. And this is some scraps from a magazine. Jody, this is what that girl's name is. Her name is Jody on Daria. And this is her dressed up like Dennis Rodman. And yeah, I loved Dennis Rodman when I was a teenager. So yeah, I had really a lot of fun drawing this because yeah, I remembered I used to like watch basketball back when I was a teenager, but not so much. I don't watch any sports right now, but yeah, that was when Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman played, and yeah, they were two of my favorites. So yeah. So yeah, a lot of like different scraps from pictures that from scrapbooks that I cut down to fit in here. And then I found this picture in a magazine of nachos and different like hors d'oeuvres, barbecue chicken and some kind of hors d'oeuvres, and I thought that picture was really cool, so I glued it down in here. There's Brittany as a kangaroo, a boxing kangaroo. And yeah. Here is a cover of one of my Riverdale comics. I read them all, and then I just put the pictures that I wanted in here because, yeah, comic books aren't worth that much money anymore. So, yeah, I'm not going to save my comic books. I'm just going to use them as art. So I put it in here. I think that's Jughead. And there's some scrap pieces. This is when, Okay, The Sims 4 was having their anniversary, and they had like t-shirts and stuff with designs on them, and the t-shirts were ridiculously expensive. So I looked, I found the pictures online, and I just drew them in my art journal here. So this is a freezer bunny from The Sims 4, and there's like the Plumbot behind there, and yeah, I love that. I love that freezer bunny from The Sims 4. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go, and we'll pick up in just a sec with another part.